Recordings in progress. So this Zoom call is going to be a Zoom call that's going to do live trading. I'm JMob123 and I'm in live markets, and I just sent a Zoom invitation out to a whole bunch of other people, and we're going to come in here and trade live. We're going to look for a setup on London. It's 239. Right now EU is overbought here on the oscillator. The EMA's crossed over here, so this is a little uptrend. We're on the 5-minute time frame. We've got some golden FVGs here. A friend of mine told me to look at EU, but I don't normally trade EU or London. I go to GJ's. Let's go to GJ and see what's going on here. GJ just broke out of Asian session. I can probably draw a trend line right here and wait until see what's going on there. I'm looking at NAS. Let's see, let me get rid of all the let's see, NAS is let's see, the top of Asia right there, and below Asia right there. So NAS is trading in this little zone right here. So a lot of indicators on here, but these indicators are dope. Along with the, so we're looking to see what NAS is doing. NAS is down here, it's over sold. So I'm expecting NAS to bounce out of this little zone right here. This is a support zone right here. So I'm gonna do a little support zone right there. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So we're just looking for setups right now. We don't have any setups. I took a setup on NAS. I jumped into a quick sell. So let's go to GA. GA had that little but GA is heading up towards overbought area on the 5-minute time frame. Let's see. Yeah, got some crosses happening up here someplace. Let me give it this. That's trading view. Some people don't use trading view, and we can flip it over to MT4 too. You see, I got my little $238 account, but this came from $77. People are front and say, "Oh, you don't trade." Oh, I trade over here, buddy. I'm just talking mad shit. Don't worry about me. So yeah, I had some trades. This is a little trading count I had, right? You see, I got some little wins here and there, right? $222, right? I put $70 in there, and I increased this account from $70 to $222. That's 3 times the amount. So, you know, that's just a small account. So anyway, let's see what we got here. NJ is selling at the moment. It's hitting this 200, right? So it might bounce off here. Got some mad resistance up here. You're getting a cross here, getting a cross right there of the 50 and the 13. So we want to pay attention to that there. This is crossing over here, see what's going on, but it's going to hit some serious support here. So we got to see how it goes on. This is Asian session, so it just broke out the Asian session. So I always like to trade a couple of pairs during London. It's Asian here, but probably go to London too and see what's going on with it. GA. Gold, what's gold doing? Gold is kind of stagnant right now, not doing much of anything. It's kind of consolidating, and that's good because that means it's going to break out. All these other indicators are different indicators I use on TradingView. Fire indicators. Asian session, I got some pro concepts, deals with order blocks. So it's kind of busy, but you can see that, you know, it has higher highs, higher lows. If I dip back down to the MT4, so NJ here is, you see it's way down here, so it's getting ready to push up. So how long it's going to push up, we don't know. We got to wait. You can probably go down to the 5-minute time frame and see what's going on here. It's Asia session. Remember, just broke out of Asia because Asia's over, right? So you see that it's getting some support here. It did cross here. So this was a little sell. And I think another homebuyer was talking about going to CJ. CJ the same way. It's on a path to buy. So these are setups we have to wait for. There's nothing going on right now. I don't see nothing going on right now. This would have been a nice entry right here for sale right here. The 13 and the 50 crossed. 13 and the 50, right? That's the white is the 50, right? That's 50. So this would have been a nice entry right here. This is resistance. This would have been a better entry up here with the reverse, but we can wait for this to cross right here. So we're just looking at pairs to see what the setups are. Can we get a setup, please? What else we got? So Cat Jappy right there. Looks like it's getting ready to reverse for a buy. NJ, same thing. Looks like there's some buying pressure here. There's no crossover, so you really gotta wait for confirmation. But I'm one of those dudes that comes in and says, well, you know what? I know what I know. So this is a support zone right here. You can see that clearly, right? You can see that clearly as a support zone. Support here, support here, support here. So I got a little reversal star right here. So this is a support level here. So you could jump into a buy here. It's kind of risky, but you could draw a kind of trend line down here. Oh, not that. This is a support. This is resistance zone. I could draw a kind of trend line where from up here down. That's one right there. So you see it's up there. Then I can draw an inner kind of trend line, right? Inner kind of trend line down here someplace like this. Maybe let's see if I can turn around right here, because the trend is down, right? So this is actually this is actually a trend line going down. Kind of trend line would be going the other way, so against the trend. So I could probably draw a line right here and see how it came down here, bounced off here, and then went up. But this is support level right here. Support right here came down, price hit this level here and came up here for this resistance, came down here, it blew past this and it created this support level, and it came through here and it came back to the support level here. Then it came back up here, messed around, came over here, came back to retest this support line. Then it came up here and didn't quite make the support, the resistance up here. Came back down here and it played around, came over here, and it came back down to the support level, which is here. So you see that you got 3 candles, 1, 2, 3, that are in buy. So you could get in here because it's the trend line bounce, or you can wait till the cross up and go this way. But remember, this is a downtrend. So typically you'll be taking trades against the trend. So you should wait until price comes up to here, to these EMAs, or price comes way up here. So this is a pullback right here, the pullback. So you get a cross here, and this pull back all the way up here. Now, if price comes up to here and pulls back, then you can get back in for a sell, because that's kind of a pullback, unless it breaks this trend line. So that's something to be wary of. So let's see what we got over here. We got some stuff going on here. That's gold. Gold is kind of funky. GA is on a 15-minute time frame. It's looks like it's a little bullish, and you're getting across here, and you're getting across of my 200 and 800. So if these cross up, might be going up to this another resistance area up here. So that's something to look out for that. Looks like GJ may be bullish a little bit. Nas is trading in this zone right here. See this little zone right here. This zone right there. So Nas is trading this zone right here. So it's not really consolidating, but it's in this little zone. How many points is this? This is 629 pips, which is not bad. But I took a sell for Nas. It was a quick sell. What was it at? Let's see. You see, where's my Nas at? It was only for $21. See, on a smaller account. But you don't need $100 to trade NAS. You can just trade with 70, 80, 90, 100. So I've blown this up to 238, and I'm going to work on blowing it up to 2,000. That's the goal. The goal is to flip this. So let me go back to looking for setups. It's 249. It's getting there. Now the GBP pairs are the ones that we're looking for. So let's see what you got. Cat Jappy. This looks like this is going to be a nice little buy. You can come here and draw a little trend line here and see what's going on with it. You can flip down to the minute time frame and see. So he's hitting resistance up there. This is resistance up here, but it could blow past this to see. So these are setups. I don't see anything out here right now I would jump into. I mean, I could have jumped in here and bought that buy. That'd have been nice. The ultimate would have been up here someplace. Perhaps. DJ is doing something. US 30. So US 30 would have been nice up here. If you'd caught this up here, down here, now it's kind of doing some retracing. You got a cross here. So you gotta be careful that because 13 and 50 is crossing. Actually, this crossed. So this is it's telling me to take it long, but this is a downtrend here, see? So you gotta be aware of that and see, because it can fake you out. There's a cross here. So this could take it down here, depends on what happens here. This depends if this breaks this. This is coming up here. It might break this. Yeah, what you got?
Can you explain the crossing of the different moving averages?
Yeah, you mean the 13 and 50?
Yeah, like the 13 and the 50, like 200 and the 800, like, cause like, how do you determine if like what the price is gonna do, like with the crossing of the
Well, if you go to the higher time frames, like H1, okay. So if you go to the higher time frames, the key is to see, like if you do the, let me see if I can take some of these things off here. So the red is 800, right? The yellow is 200, white 50, and the orange is 13. So the 13 is the one that kind of hugs price. So when you get a cross, the 13, when the 13 crosses above the white, because the white is 50, then you know you're going to sell here. So what you want to pay attention to is when the 13 and 50 cross. So, and you also want to look to see what kind of trend you're in, because you just don't want to use the EMA crosses, because not every cross is going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? When the EMAs are like together, it's like see this cross right here. This is a 200 and a 13, but you see how close they are together. And what happened? This is a consolidation here. You don't see any movement here. You see? So the one thing you want to see is you want to make sure that you're in the trend. If it's going up or going down or going side to side, this is side to side, because you see there's no movement here, right? No movement. It's not going up, not going down. It's just ranging. So whenever you see the EMAs close together like this, that's when you want to stay away from it, because that's when you got consolidation or it's going side to side. So the one thing you want to do, you want to make sure you do, is when you see a 13 and a 50 cross, then you want to wait for what they call the pullback, or if that's going to be more or less like retracement. So here's a good, let me go down the chart so I can see. Okay, so let's look at this chart for a second. You've got an uptrend here, right? Over here. Let's go to the end of this thing here. You got a little uptrend here, right? A little uptrend.
Yeah.
So you have a little uptrend going on here. So if you're looking to see, well, what could I've got in this trade? Well, let me go over here and take this off. Get the properties off here. Let's try to go off. Okay. So let's go and see. Let's look at this a second. So I got yellow, white, orange, and they crossed over right what about here? This is where they kind of touched and crossed over. So if you were looking to take a trade here, you would see, let me move some of these down here real quick. How about the indicators here? Let's see. Move that down here a little bit like that. Yes, okay. So the way I have this chart set up is the little blue box is Asian session. So Asian session is basically 6 to, let me go down to the small time frame. It's 6, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. So if you're looking at, okay, well, when do I get into a trade? I'm looking for crossovers. I'm looking for a more or less a retracement, and I'm also looking for it in the direction it's going. So let's take, for example, here. This price went up here, right? Went up to this level up here, right? So then it's like, okay, well, this level here hit resistance. Resistance is like the ceiling. It's like you can't go any further than that. It's like kind of like the house or any floor support. So when this price came all the way up here, it hit this area of resistance, which means that it didn't go any further than this ceiling here. So my job would be to wait until I see a crossover. So here's the orange, which is 13, coming over here, coming over here, coming over here, coming over here. And by that time, you see that there's no other candles up here. There's no candles up in this area right here, right? No, nothing up here. If I'm draw a line up here, there's nothing above this orange, this yellow line right here. So this yellow line is playing a, what they call resistance or ceiling, which means that it hit the top. So since it hit the top, you're getting a bunch of candles that can't pass this level here. Does that make sense?
Oh.
Like the ceiling. So since this is a ceiling, then we know that there's going to be a reversal coming. And what I mean by reversal is I had an uptrend, and what happened? It turned around and went down, right? See that? So if I'm looking at my EMAs, I'm keeping my eye on the 13 and the 50. So then I got to ask myself, okay, well, now I'm preparing myself. So if I'm watching this trade and watching, that's up here now, then I'm going to wait until the 13 and the 50 cross. So you can see that the 13 and 50 cross right here, right? See that?
Yeah.
Right there. So by this time, you have to wait to see what happens. Now, in the meantime, you can draw a trend line. Trend line is basically a line that's showing the trend. So even if you didn't know this happened already, you could draw a trend line from here to here. So that's somewhere up here someplace. So since, let's say you didn't know this over here, say you didn't know this price action hasn't happened yet. So you can draw a trend line there, because you can draw a trend line from here to here, because this is information you already know already. So once the price decided to break this trend line and retest it, then you can prepare yourself. Remember, this is a 5-minute time frame. So if you're trading, remember, Asian session is 5 to 2 in the morning. So if you're trading this session, you're trading from 5 to 9, or depending on what time you trade. So if you trade the 5 to the 5, each candle 5 minutes. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 1 hour right there. So this is about 2 hours. This is about 5 to 7:30. So around 7:30. So if you're on this chart here, around 7:30, you notice the price is getting ready to turn around. It's getting ready to U-turn. So it's getting ready to U-turn. You draw your trend line here, and then you wait until price closes below the orange. You see a candle, a red candle closed below the 13. So you should be able to tell me. Let me go to the end here. You should be able to tell me which candle closed below the 13 orange line. And the candle's closing is when it's at the bottom of the red, because it opens up at the top of the red and closes at the bottom of the red. So let me go in here and show you. Let me make the candles bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. Which one of these candles closed below the 13 or is below the 13? The first one you see. Which one do you see? Well, let me draw a line. Is it this one? Is that below the 13, below the orange?
No,
Would you say this candle is below or above the orange?
it's above.
Okay, which one is below the orange?
The next one.
This one?
Yep.
This one's below the orange? We want it below the orange.
Oh, the next one.
Next one, this one here. So this is the candle that we're looking at. So this candle right here is the one that we want to focus on. So since this is the candle we want to focus on, this candle here will be the one that we could enter here. We could enter this candle right here because it's below the 13, or you wait until the cross happens, right? So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You could enter here and then take the trade from 1, 2, 3, 4, enter here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and get these pips. Or you have a cross. This is a cross right here. So here's the cross of the orange and white, right? Right there. And you wait for a pullback. Pullback means it's retracement, which means that it goes back up to a certain level, or it goes back to the next resistance level, and then you take it down, the sell down. So on this trade here, so there's a couple of places you could have got in. And remember, this is a downtrend, right? This is a downtrend because the price is going down, right? Going down. So trend line is telling me the price is going down. So you want to see for confirmation that a candle closes below the orange level, which is here. So you once the candle closes below the orange level, the orange line, actually EMA, then you could have got in here, and you could have got in here. And remember, this is scalping, so you're trying to get in and out. So you'd have got in here, and you would have got like 20, 29, 28 pips. Remember, when you're on the lower time frames, you're scalping. You're trying to get your money, get out. So you'd have taken this trade from here to here. Or you could have waited until you get a pullback. A pullback is when price goes the other direction for a short period of time. So you see this is a sell because it's going down. And then you come here and it retraces, which means it goes the other way. And it goes the other way to a certain extent. Now, this is the trend line. It doesn't automatically go to the trend line. It comes closer to the trend line, and then it creates another form of resistance, another ceiling. So you're creating what they call higher highs, higher lows. So once it comes here, then this is the pullback here. So this is the crossover of the 13 and 50, comes here, it pulls back to closer trend line, it creates another area of resistance, and then this is the area here that you could have got in for the trade right here, and you'd have taken it down. This would have been a retest, and this closed below the 50, open and closed below the 50, and then you could have taken it all the way down to here, which would have been, if you'd have got in here, this would have been 33, 36 pips, something like that. So to answer your question, you want to wait for the cross, and you want to make note of the trend. Is it going up or going down? So since this is going down, we're looking to take trades to the downside because that's the trend. The trend is going down. So once this crosses here, we wait for a pullback, which basically means that price is retracing the other way. You see, it came down here, price went up this way, right? And then it reversed and went back down. So the 1350 gives you the ultimate entry. So when the 13 is below the white, it's a sell. If 13 is above the white, it's a buy. And then the other EMAs, this is 200. The 200 and the 800 is what you can use to help you get out the trade, because you don't want to stay in the trade all day and night, because you want to have a take profit to get out. So the 200 can be used to help you get out of a trade, because typically price will reverse around the 200. But if price breaks the 200, keeps going, then you know that you can stay in the trade. But you can see what happened when it got down here. It started to turn, right? Around here, it started to turn. This is the yellow line here. The yellow line is 200. So since it got down to here, it broke the 200, but you see it started to turn. And this gap here is a support level or floor. So you see that hit here, hit here, hit here, hit here, hit here, hit here. Now it's kind of playing around the support line. So this would have been your exit here to get out. You take profit. So if you would have got in here, if you would have gotten this trade right here, you would have got out down here someplace, because that's where the 200 is, and that's where you're trying to get out of your trade.
Okay. Do you normally trade on smaller time frames, or do you trade on like 4 hours or daily?
Well, I like to look at the higher time frames to get the overall sentiment. The overall sentiment will tell you if it's going down or going up. So let me jump over here real quick to another chart here. Let me just show something real quick. Show you something real fast to answer your question. So what I do is we trade on, we go to the higher time frames to get the overall sentiment. The overall sentiment means, is this uptrend or downtrend? So take off all the indicators, right? And I go to the higher time frame. So on a higher time frame, you should be able to tell me, is this a downtrend or uptrend currently? What's going on with it now?
Downtrend.
Downtrend. You can clearly see that, right? So if we didn't know, we take a trend line and go down here, it's down. So the higher time frame is telling me it's a downtrend. If I go to the daily, same thing, right? It's a downtrend. So I should be looking for sells in the market. So since this is a downtrend on the higher time frame, I go to the lower time frames to help me find entries. Okay, so remember, I drew this trend line on the 4-hour time frame. This is the 4-hour time frame trend line, right? So we need to make sure we see that. This is a 4-hour trend line, and the trend line says down, right? So we know that we're going down, so we should only be looking for sells in the market, or sells, down or sell. So then what I'm gonna do is I want to drop down to a lower time frame. So just to get me a good entry, to find a good entry. So I'm going to drop down to the 5-minute time frame to find me a good entry. Remember, this is a downtrend. So since this is a downtrend here, I'm going to drop down to the 5-minute time frame, right? And I'm going to look for a good entry. This is the 5-minute time frame here. Okay, looking for a good entry here. Okay, so since I'm looking for a good entry, right? Now, if I put my EMAs back on here again, remember I got a 13, 50, 200, 800. I put my entries back on there. So you can see this is a downtrend. So I'm looking for a cross of the 13 and the 50. And you can see that when price is below the red, it's a downtrend. You see that price is kind of playing around on the 50 and the 200 and the 13 also. But you can clearly see that this is a downtrend market. You should be able to see that, right?
Yep.
Downtrend market. So if I'm looking at crossover and see where I'm going to get in at, remember, where did I put my, where's my little notes here? See the notes over here. See, notes told me that I'm in a downtrend. I should be looking for sells. I should not be looking for any buys in this market. I'm looking for sells, right? So I'm going to look for entry on the cross going to the downside. So you can clearly see that this is a cross right here, right? Right there. Would you agree?
Yep.
This would have been a good entry. This is the entry of the yellow, which is a 200, and the white is a 50. So you would have got in here. This would have been the entry right here. This is the entry right here. Entry. So if you was looking at this chart, you would want to be in the trade right here. See? And then you would have rolled it all the way down. This is the 800 right here. And you see the 800 cross the white and the yellow. So this means that since it crossed below the 800, that means you could take this all the way down until where the EMA start to cross and get tight. And you see they got tight right here. So you would want to get out right here. This would be your exit right here.
Mm.
This is
Okay.
exit because this is hitting the floor. See? This is support and exits here. This would have been exit here. Exit would have been when the EMAs, you could have got out here because it hit the 800. But since you could exit here, or you could exit down here, you can hold the trade down here because the EMAs are far apart, and you see that price is below 200. So since it's below 200, and the 200 and the 800 cross right here. See, so you can stay in this trade till you get down here, and this is support. So you would want to get out here. This is support here. Support level equals exit or TP. Take profit to be here. So that's where you would get out.
Okay.
You think of it as the floor and the ceiling. You see that this cross right here, this is a cross right here. Entry is right here to cross. But this is where you have to wait for these things to, you have to wait until the price set up this way. Entry is at crossover. And this is the crossover of the 50 and the 200. And you get out support level. So if you're following this trade, if you, this is 2 o'clock in the morning. So if you're following this trade, if you was up, this trade started to make its way around 6:55 in the morning, 7 o'clock. So if you was trading New York, so this is New York session. So you're trading New York session. New York session starts at 8, right here. So if you got up at 7, if you get up at if you're trading New York session, you always want to get up an hour before you trade so you can see what's happening. So you'd have clearly see, oh, what hit 8 o'clock. You would have clearly seen this trade setup happening. You'd have clearly seen that because you would have looked to the left and you would have seen that the cross happened at what time the cross happened? At 6:55. So you would have got up at 7 and you'd have seen this. So you'd have been ready to take this trade to the downside. You would have came in here and draw a little line right here, because that's resistance. That's the roof, right? Because that's the high. So you'd have seen this. This is resistance right here, resistance. So you mark the charts up before you get before you get ready to trade, because you set yourself up ready to go. So you got resistance here. This is this is the ceiling. So you'd have seen all this action over here. You'd have seen what happened over here. See, you've seen that it was going up, and then what happened? It hit resistance. These are what I call resistance candles. Resistance candles are the candles that cannot break this level. You see that you got these candles here that can't break the levels. See that?
Oh.
So how many candles do I have? I got a whole bunch of candles stuck up here in the ceiling that can't break this zone. It cannot break this here, see? So once this happens, then I know it's going to come over. I got a cross right here. So here's another cross. So I got a cross right here. This is 2:50 in the morning, but when you on the charts at 7 o'clock, you see all this over here. You see all this. Because the beautiful thing about trading view is you can replay it. I don't know if you have trading view or not, but you can play it. You come here and replay it. So watch this. See, you see nothing here, right? Nothing. See that? Nothing. So I come here and I can replay it. Watch what happens when I replay it. This is a beautiful thing about trading view. This is why I like trading view better than MT4, because you can replay and back test your stuff. All right. What are you noticing? It's getting resistance. It can't get past this white line ceiling. So after you see that resistance, then you know, okay, what's happening? Prices are going to cross over right now, right? So you prepare for that. So I got my first crossover right there, right? Crossover is happening right here. So on TradingView, I can pause it and see. That's what MT4 doesn't have. MT4 sucks, in my opinion, because you can go back and retest stuff. Back test. So back test, I got a crossover right there. Boom. Now, what time is this? This is 3 o'clock in the morning. You're not even awake. You're at 7. So at 7 o'clock, you can go back and look at a past and see what's going on. This is a perfect setup for you at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I got a crossover right there, right? So what time is this? This is 3 in the morning. This is London. So I'm not worried about this because I don't trade London. So I'm doing this thing, crossover right there, right? Still working. Still working, right? So this is London. This is when you're sleeping. This is like now, you're sleeping. You're not worried about this. When you get up at 7 o'clock, you look into the left to see what the hell happened. So you can prepare. This is a perfect setup. This setup is giving you a chance to like get your trade on. So now remember I had one crossover right here. You're seeing that the AMAs are together and they're tight. That's a good thing. Good thing. And everything is below the line here. You can come here and draw a zone. This is a zone here. This is a zone right here. See a little zone right there? Little zone right there. This is a resistance zone. All this means sell. We just got to wait for the setup. Okay, so you see that it's getting ready to cross. See it getting ready to cross. Now, remember, you said that you get on the charts at 7 o'clock in the morning, getting ready for the New York session at 8 o'clock. All right, so we're just waiting. Just waiting right here, waiting. So remember I said entries at the cross of the 50 and 200 on this one. Because remember, I already had the 13 and the 50 cross already, right? This is what this was already. This was the first cross. So you waiting for the perfect setup. You see what I'm saying? This is the 13. This is a 13 and 50. So once this happens, you know it's game time. You just got to wait. That's 13 and 50. You see. So I just wait, and you'll know. I mean, you could have got in up here. You could have got in. You could have got in up here if you wanted to. I would have got in up there, but that's just me. So you wait. This 250 about to cross, right? You see that clearly about to cross, right? All three of them about to cross. See that right there, and they do right at that level right here. Boom, they cross right there. So you come in at 8 o'clock. So you're coming in at 8 o'clock. See, if you came in at 7, you'd be good here. You're coming in at 8. So you're waiting for that. And now you enter. You enter right here. If you was on at 7, you would enter right here. But since you entered, you got in at 8. You still got more crossover right there. And this would have been your entry right here. Boom, right there. At 8 o'clock. So you'd have been in this trade. You could have got in anywhere in here. Anywhere in there, you could have got in because remember, you'd hold this trade. It's below the 200, below the 50. And you're looking for candles to close below the 50 and 200. You're looking for candles that are red. If you can find a candle that's red, that's closing below the 50 and the 200, you're good. You see that this candle here is closing below this candle right here, closed below the 50 and 200 and the 13. It's game time. This is your entry right here. You enter right in, you enter anywhere in here. Enter anywhere in here. And you hold. Now you're in the trade. So you're in the trade now. You're in the trade for sell. And now you just hold until it crosses this 200, it's 800. See, pull back. It retested the 200, but still falling down. It's still below 200. You're still good. And now you see it's coming down. It's coming down to the 200, the 800, excuse me. So now it's coming down to the 800. And what happened? It blew past the 800. It closed below the 800, right? See that?
Yeah.
So you stay in the trade. You can either get out, you can exit here if you want, be safe, and get another position, or you stay in the trade. It closed below the 800. You stay in the trade. And you see that the EMAs are starting to wide out. It's above the 200. I'm below, excuse me. And now you've got the 13 and the 800 crossing right here. Right here. This is where they cross right here. Boom. Right there. So you stay in the trade because now it's below the 800. It's way below the 50, way below the 200. You stay in the trade. And what time is this? Is in New York. This is 11 o'clock, New York. And then you take this here. It's still below the 800. Still below the 800. That's res the 800. Long as price is below the 800, you stay in the trade. Or you get out when the EMAs start to crop when they get close together. They're not close together. They're far away. You can clearly see this, that they're far away. See how far away they are? Look at that. They're far away, right? You see it's going down. Look at that. It's going down. Look at that going down. They ain't going down. So you stay in the trade until they get close together. They hug. Still far apart. You stay in the trade. Now, this is at 8 o'clock in the morning. This is already 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You've been in this trade for 4 hours. You hold the trade. There's no reason to get out. Now, what do you see?
They're coming together.
Coming together. This is your ticket to get the hell out. Coming together. Now you want to get out. This is done. You're done here. Right here, you're done. You finish. You get out. This is exit. I think I had to exit here somewhere. Exit. Now, a couple of things you could have got out here. Could have got out here, or get out here and let the pullback come up. The pullback is coming up this way. Pull back, and now you're getting ready for another entry. See, here's another entry coming because you're getting pullback. The price is pulling back to the 50 or the 800. So let's see what happens. Now you're getting ready for a third position. But remember, I had this line drawn right there. Remember this line was drawn right here. Once this hit down here, this is where technically you would have got out. So technically you should have got out here. This would have been exit right here. Right there, exit. Right here, exit. Because now you're getting ready to hit support level. This is support level here. You don't want to be in trading more because it already came together. By that time, maybe you're trading NOS. So NOS is a very volatile pair. It moves like a wild child. So by this time you would have got out. And this time you'd have got in here. You got in here and you would have had you would have had 2,800 points or pips. You're done. You help this trade from 8 in the morning all the way to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You're done. You're finished. You're done. And then you wait for the next setup. By that time, you don't sit in the charts all day long. You do 8 to 1. You're done. And you wait for the next setup. Now you say, oh, well, it broke this. No, you're done. Exit here. And then you wait for the next setup for the next day. That make sense?
Yep. Perfect sense.
So we're trying to trade it, waiting for the setup. You always wait for the setup. You don't jump in trades early. You don't chase trades because you'll get burned. Now you could have stayed in trade. You see, you're still going down, right? But by this time you're done. You get 2,600 pips on NOS from 8 to 1. You're done. And then you wait for the next setup. And remember, the overall trend was what? Down. So we wait for the next setup. Now the next setup could have been this. You could have gotten out and jumped back in right here. You see?
Yeah.
If you was trading all day, you would get out here and jump back in here. See? You jumped back in here, and then look where the exit is. Where I put the exit. That's a second position or third position or another trade. So you take it all the way down there. And this is what? This is 3 o'clock. And this is what? 7 at night. So you're holding this trade for another 4 hours. This is 2:30 in the afternoon, all the way down to 1930, 1940. This is 7 o'clock. So you hit a trade for 3 hours and you hit a trade, and this is where you get out. See, you get out right here, exit. Because now what's going on is hitting support. It's getting rejection. See how it can't pass the floor? This is the floor. So how many candles do I have? You see resistance candles here. These are called resistance, or what I call rejection candles. They're rejection candles because they can't pass this level here. Here's the floor. The floor. And they can't go to the basement. There's no basement. Floor. Stuck here on the floor. Right? And we get out here. So you had 2 trades on the 17th, which was Sunday. And you would have had 2 trades. You would have had one for 3 hours. You'd have got out, had another one for 5 hours. You would have had 8 hours of trading NOS, just one pair, and you would have made some good money off that. You had one that's 2,600 pips, and another one which was, so you would have had like 6,000 pips for the day. Let's trade here. If you follow the directions, if you follow the strategy, follow directions, because it's just not just crossovers. It's support. It's resistance. It's you know, those type of things. That's how you would trade this pair if you did this here. And that works for all the pairs. You wait for the setup. Doesn't matter if it's gold, same thing. You want to catch the pairs or trade the pairs you want. Look at this trade here. See, this would have been a nice entry right here. Where's the crossover? Crossover's right here. Right? Crossover's right here. Right? Crossover right there. Wait for pullback. This is an uptrend or downtrend. Right? So you can grab a trend line here and grab it up and see it's going up. So this is a crossover right here. You wait for a pullback. Where's the pullback? Pullback means that price went away and came back. Think of a pullback as leaving. This is let's see if I can find something here. Think of a pullback as here. It's Android here, right? I got a car, Android. I got a better one. Plane, car. Let's see the car. Where's the car? All right, let's just think of it as a bug. Here's the bug, right? Here's the bug. Here's the Android, right? Android's right here. Put Android there, right? All right. Think of a pullback as this. Here's a pullback here, right? What's this? Pullback means I came here, right? And I walk away from home. This is home here. Think of this as being home. This is home with a crib. This is a crib. The crib. So what does pullback mean? Pullback means I'm at the crib, right, chilling, right? And what happens? I leave the crib and I come back. This is, let's say this is a crib here. The crib is on Smith Street, right? Smith Street. Live on Smith Street, right? So the yellow is Smith Street, right? So you go out to the club or whatever you go, and you don't want to come back home. So pullback means you come back home, you pull back. I went out, hanging with my boys, getting late. I gotta come back. I come back here, right? I'm back at the crib, right? Back at the crib. And now I'm getting ready to go out again. You know what I'm saying? So think of it like I was here, right? Think of it this way. I'm at the crib here. This is the crib here. I'm on Smith Street, right there, boom. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm going to come up here, right? But then I figured, oh, Dan, you know what? I forgot something. So I gotta go back to Smith Street. This is pullback. Pullback means I'm pulling back to the crib. So now I'm coming back over here. I'm coming back to the crib I'm coming back to Smith Street, right? I'm coming back, pullback is Smith Street. So I gotta come back. Or somebody call me back. Mom, call me back. Pull back to Smith Street because I forgot something. Mom wanted me to buy something from the store. So I'm here, I leave, and the mom say, hey, you gotta come back. So I come back, and then mom give me some money so I can buy some, and I take off again at the pullback. So you get in right here at the pullback, come back over here, and then I've finished my trip. I can't go any further. I can't go any further up here, right? I'm done. I've run out of gas. So I run out of gas, I'm right here. So this is resistance right here. So my trip stops. So I go from here. Like I get in right here because this is the pullback. Pullback is, remember, I went up here chilling, right? And then I say, hey, mom, say come back home. So I come back home here, and then mom say, oh, here's some money to get me some coffee or whatever. Oh, then I can go back out and get my boys and hang out and go back up here. But then I stop at the store up here. And I gotta finish my trip, right? And then I'm over here, right? I'm over here, right? So then I can find another pullback, right? Because remember, I started here, went up here, right? Pulled back, got my mom money, went back to the store, and then when I'm going back to Smith Street. I'm always going to be going back to Smith Street. See that? Where's Smith Street again? Right here, right? I right in here, and I'll come back to Smith Street. So I'm back in Smith Street and kind of hang around a little bit, but then I'm getting ready to go back out again. See, and I'm going back up here again, where it's the resistance level up here. See that? So that's where I'm at right now. Let's place on the map. I'm always going to stay near Smith Street. You see, I always want to get in. I want to leave at Smith Street. Smith Street crossed over the white and yellow. This one here, it retested the yellow. This one here, what the yellow and orange kind of retest together. You see they're coming together, and it goes back up. But you see it's the uptrend. Now, what do you see? I'm heading back to Smith Street, right? See that? I'm coming back to Smith Street again. See that? Now, this is where I'm currently at right now. This is where we are right now. I'm at Smith Street. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen is I should be going back up to this level here, right? But if I break Smith Street, then I'm going to hell. You see, if I come this way, I'm going down. If I break this trend line, I'm going down, right? Because I've been going up. This is uptrend. So this has to break. This has to break for me to go up here. If not, then this homie is going down, right? He's coming down this way. This dude's coming here. He's coming down this way, right? Down here somewhere. Chill down here somewhere. So he been bouncing. He always been bouncing on Smith Street. Boom. This up here is the store. Think of it as a store or resistance level or a ceiling. And you see that I couldn't go past the ceiling, right? Have I gone past the ceiling yet? No. I haven't been past the ceiling yet, right? I can't get off this block, right? This is a block. I can't get off this block right here. I came close to it. I came here, but then I had to come back home. I came back home here, but I hung out a little bit, and I came back up here, and then I had to come back down here. Now I'm back at Smith Street. Now what's happening? You clearly see that it's breaking the 200, right? See how it's coming past 200 here? So if it comes down to this trend line here, and it bounces, then guess what? I'm taking my man back up here. See? So he's either going to go up to the top, right? Or to the bottom. That's where he's going to head. Because I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know what's happening over here. Do I know what's happening over here? I have no idea. But it's going to do one of these two things. And now what do you see is going on? It can't break Smith Street. See that? You see how this candle is trying to see what it's doing? You see that the buyers are pushing. You can see it's pushing it back up. It's playing around. You can see this candle right here. Look at this candle right here. You tell me what that candle's doing. What is this candle right here doing?
Going back to the gas station.
So we got to see what happens. It's another minute to go. So let's see what the next candle does. Remember, this is a 5-minute chart. If it break this Smith Street, remember this is a pullback. This is a pullback to Smith Street, right? Pullback to Smith Street. That's what it should do. It's doing that right now. It's pulling back to Smith Street. How many times have it pulled back to Smith Street?
Twice.
1, 2, 3,
Three.
4. Right? Store's up here. So I've been at Smith Street. Remember the yellow line Smith Street here, and you see what it's doing? It can't break below the 50, 200. So it's just chilling right here. I got 13 seconds left on this candle. Right? And then I just wait. I got 2 seconds left. So what's next? What happens next? So I got a little green candle, I got a little red candle. Okay, let's see what happens. Remember I said if the candle, I'm either gonna come down here. I'm either gonna come to the next block down here someplace, or I'm going to store, or I'm gonna be leaving down here somewhere to go to another place. You see that I got a cross right here. Right? Got a cross right here. There's a cross right here. And the white is below the orange. So this would have been a sell, this area. This is a sell area right here. Sell area right here. So you would have gotten to a sell right here. Right here, to get into a sell. You would have got to sell up here because this is resistance. Resistance, sell here. This is like a double top. 1, 2. This is like a soft double top here because they'll come around this area. So this is like a triple. 1, 2, 3 times at the store, and now we're down here. So we're waiting. This is GA and it's London. It's 3:41. So sometimes it takes a while for it to move. But you see, this is at 3 o'clock, and it started moving exactly at 3 o'clock. So we're just waiting. We would want to be in a trade up here, but this is across here, right? So it crossed here, and it pulled back across here, came up here to this resistance, and then we could have got in here, or we could have got in right here when this candle closed below the 13. So now it's waiting. Is it going to pull back to Smith Street? Well, that's what it's doing now. And are we on the way to the store? Are we coming this way? Are we on the way to the store? Well, we don't know. This is where he's at. He's right here right now. Price is moving between these two levels here. So you can draw a line here for the floor. Where's the floor? The floor is right here, right? Here's the floor right here. That's the floor right there. Right? The floor is at Mistress at Smith Street. It's a little bit above the a little bit below the 200, but it's right there. So then we wait. That make sense?
Yep.
Well, you wait. You got a crossover right there. Crossover was right there, 13 and the 50. Right here, you got your cross, so it did what you wanted to do, right? Boom. And then you got to a trade here, right in here, right there, boom. And now you got to wait a little bit to see what's going on because it hit the 200. So remember, this was scalping. Scalping is getting in, getting out. Sometimes you can hold a scalp for, but when you scalp, you're scalping for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour, sometimes 2 hours, depending, where price is going. But this pair right now is kind of, it's not really ranging. This would have been 30 pips. Now, if you'd have got in here, it would have been 20 pips and you'd have been done. See, that's a decent trade. This would have been a decent trade right here. Right here, this area right here would have been 20 pips right here, and you'd have been done. You could have got 2 or 3 positions in, and you'd been done. And you would have been afraid to take trade because you have all of your price action, all of your market structure, your crossover, and everything you need to feel confident to take the trade. In fact, now since I'm talking to you, I'm kind of sad I didn't take it. But that's okay though. That's okay. That's okay. Because we can look at the live trade and we can go from there. See? Let's see, GA. Where's GA? Here. And say I'd have been good with that trade. I would have been good with this trade here. Would you have taken that trade?
Yeah, I would have took it.
Percent wise on 1 to 10, would you feel confident, half confident, or would you have struggled to press the button?
I would have felt pretty confident after hearing you explain this to me.
Okay. So what questions do you have for me, or what things do you see that you need more clarification on, or what things are cloudy? Remember, there's no dumb question. Remember that. There's no dumb question.
Uh, you like
You
I
can,
said, you making everything make a lot of sense.
okay. All right. So if I put up another pair, and we went to analysis, could you tell me if you would take the trade or not, based on what you're seeing here?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just pick a pair here. Okay. So based on what you have here, tell me where you would enter this trade, or what would you do? Like, what things you see? What would you look for?
Well, I see it's in a downturn.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good to know. We gotta write this stuff down. Remember, we write everything down. We write everything down. Everything, any idea that you come to your head, we write it down. I don't care how dumb it is, how smart it is, whatever. Anything, we write everything down, because this is our analysis. That could be the stupidest thing. The moon's white. Okay, duh. So downtrend, right? You can see the little notepad here. What else you got?
What I see,
Okay,
like that. I see the
let's see.
averages.
Okay. What else? Tell me more. Remember,
Um,
tell me what you see. Your eyes are the clue. Your eyes, not what we feel. The eyes tell us. If you see ghosts, if you see vampires, you see bitches, you see whatever. I don't care what you see. See coffee, drinks, whatever. Tell me what you see.
I see that the EMAs are kind of spaced out right now.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's good. EMAs are spaced out. Okay, that's good. Okay, right now. All right now. Okay, what you got?
Uh, I see that price. I see that prices that. Let me see. I see price coming up on the what that is, the 200.
Right. 200. Yep. Coming up on. Okay, good. Let's see.
Uh,
That's right. That's the yellow 200. You're right.
that's all I'm really seeing right now. What
Okay.
what, what do you see?
Where's my ceiling floor?
Ceiling for
Okay, I'm
80,
going to draw a
80.
line here. I'm going to draw a line here. You tell me where to put the ceiling. Here's the line. There's a ceiling right here.
Nope,
Tell me where to stop.
right there.
Right here.
Down,
Down where? Down here.
up a little bit.
Right here. Right.
Yeah.
That's ceiling. So when you're looking at a pair, price, that's the next thing I want you to see. I want you to be able to tell that quick. You can see the ceiling quick. You should be able to see that with no problem. Like that's ceiling all day, every day, right? And then on top of that, I want you to tell me. I'm gonna draw another line here. That's ceiling. This is something you should be able to tell me all day, every day. Like if somebody say, "Yo, what is ceiling at?" Oh, well, Dan, right here, man. Anybody can see that. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Then I'll say, "Oh, you know what? So you think you're so bad? Let me come down here, and then I'm going to delete that for then. What's the floor at? Down here?
Nope.
Down here?
Nope.
What would you say the floor is at?
Right there.
Right there, right? Because you want it's because it came down. See, it came down here, and it stopped right here, right? This is where it
No.
stops right here. Boom. So you want to be able to, okay, like that, right there. It stops right here. Boom, right there. Stops right here, right there. So this is the floor. So you should be able to see any chart and say, oh, support. Remember, support is buy, resistance is sell. So this is floor, right? Floor or support or buy zone, or not even that, or get ready to buy. Because remember, we're getting ready. This is the same thing up here, still in resistance, or let's see, undo, or get ready to sell, or sell, get ready to sell, right? Okay, sell. So I'm looking for, I'm not going to buy yet. I'm getting ready. But look at here. I got some crossovers here happening here. See that? So I still got to wait. This remember, I'm waiting. This is a crossover right here. I'm waiting. Wait. See, wait here. See, we're waiting. This is a crossover here. See the orange and the yellow getting ready to cross.
Yeah.
And this is spaced out, but see, it's a downtrend. So remember, the downtrend. Remember, the rule is the trend. The trend is your friend. So you said sell, so I should be looking for sells here. But remember, I had support area here. So now I got to wait for the setup. So the ultimate setup would have been up here. If you'd have jumped in the trade right here, you've been straight. If you'd have jumped in, you could have jumped in on the pullback. So here is price here, right? Came here and pulled back. Where's pullback? Come down here. Pullback is mean I come back to the crib. I pull back. Remember, I pull back, come back, and then I could have jumped in right in here someplace, take it down. And this is the pullback. See this right here? We're hit here, pullback right there. Came all the way back to this line. So think of this trend line as Smith Street. This is Smith Street right here. So if price comes back to Smith Street, I'm looking for another entry, Smith Street. And you can clearly see that it came back to Smith Street. It came back right here. It came back right here. That would have been another entry right here. Boom. So you could have got in, here. Could have got in here. At this ellipse right here, right? Or you could have got in here. Or you could have even got in here. Can you tell me why I'm telling you to get in here? Why would you get in here, right here? Why would you get in right here? Can you tell me why?
Well, it had a big bearish candlestick.
Okay, what else?
And it rejected.
Ah, see? Let's write that down. Let's write that down. Bearish. It actually is a bearish engulfing pattern. Have you heard that before? It's where the smaller candle, right. Smaller candle can fit in the bigger candle. And you said rejection, right? Rejection of what? Rejection of
trend line.
Well, not here. This is the trend line rejection, but this one right in here. What's this for? What's that EMA average? What's the number of the EMA?
Is that the 50 or the 13?
50. Orange is 13.
Okay, the 50.
Rejection 50. So look at all these reasons you can take the sell. You got 1, 2, well, EMA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really 5 reasons why you get in this trade here. So here's another trade that you'd have taken with no hesitation. You'd have got in here, boom, or you'd have waited to this one here would have been a nice entry. If you got in here, if you took the trade right here, you would have been in the game. You'd have got it here, boom, and got out right here when it hit the floor. See, it hit the floor? It hit the floor. See the little kind of hit the floor? Boom. Once it hit the floor, you're out. You're out. Hit the floor here, boom. And then you can see, look to the left, hit over here the floor. Floor. So what happened when it hit here? Went up. What happened here? Went up. Right? See that? When it hit, what happened when it hit here? What did price do?
Where at, my bad?
Huh?
Where?
the yellow arrows. What happened when price hit here?
It rejected.
And then what?
It went back up.
It went up. And what happened when it came here? Again.
Which my bad, I can't see which arrow.
This one here. This one.
Oh yeah, it rejected.
That one right there. See that big arrow right there?
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 yellow arrows right there. I got the what happened when the second arrow hit the floor?
It went up.
It went up. So that tells me that whenever price comes to this line here, what happens?
That is gonna go up.
It's gonna go up, right? And that's what is it doing now? It's going up. See that? Going up. So you look left. So look left. Look left. Like when you cross the street, look left to see what price did and what it do. You just told me. Boom went up, boom went up. So when it got down here, you get out. Once it hit here, you automatically know I'm out. You out. You out because you looked over here. You out because you looked over here and saw that these guys were saying, hey man, it's time to get out. So you look left to see what price did, you get out. So if you would have got in here, this would have been another nice trade. If you got in here, boom, that's 48 pips on scalping, which would have taken you, this is a 5-minute time frame, right? So 5 minutes from 1 o'clock all the way to 320, you would have held the trade for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Is that something you could do?
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure, right? So you see that when you look at charts, you analyze it and you break down as much as you can. The more things you break down, the more things you see, the more things you can realize, the more things that you can see what's going on the chart will help you to trade. So now you just looked at, I looked at GA, right? And said what we were taking back to Smith Street. So we jumped into GJ, right? I think it was GJ, right? Was it GJ or was it gold? We looked at NOS, was it NOS? I think it was this one here, wasn't it? Should have been this one. Should have been GJ, right? The one we looked at. Maybe NZD. Nope. Which one was that? Was it gold? Oh, it might have been a different pair I was looking at. Let me see. I'm gonna go back. Let's see where we're at. Which one we're looking at? We're looking at gold. DJ. Oh, what was the floor one? Oh, GA. There we go. That's the one we were looking at earlier. But anyway, so when you look at these different pairs, you see could have been NOS, right? So when you look at these different pairs, you want to look and write down all your notes. Downtrend, see averages, EMA spaced out right now. I see price coming to 200. Filling floor, bearish engulfing patterns, rejection 50. All those things you look at, and then you always want to get to the charts. You always want to be on the charts before price opens. Get to charts before price opens, like 30 minutes to an hour, man. That helps you out so you can see what's going on, because you want to go back and see like what the hell's going on with price, man. You know, I want to see what's going on here. Look at this. Let me go back and see, right? We can see. See, we can go back and see. We have the gold. We see what's going on. Look at this going on. See, I'm gonna erase all the lines. You can tell me. You should be able to tell me what's happening. Let me erase this real quick. This is gold right now. What's going on with gold? What would you say? Right here, 5-minute time frame. What do you got?
Downtrend.
Downtrend. Best way to do that is take from the top, boom, and draw a line down. Okay, that's trend line. All right. I'm gonna draw a line here with the ceiling at.
At the top of the trend line.
Boom, right here. Okay, so now I'm coming here. Where's my floor?
We're at the bottom of those, like
Here.
Yeah.
See, look at the touches here. This is beautiful because now what you're looking for multiple touches. touch,
Mhm.
right? Touch, right? Touch, touch, touch. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's everybody's touching right there. Look at this right here. Boom. Turn it around a little bit. Let's see. Like resistance up there. So the ceiling. So they automatically go in and right floor ceiling. Support slash floor. Right. Come here. And you write ceiling. Right. Resistance slash ceiling, which means this is top. That means you're looking for rejections up here. Rejections. Okay. And these are rejections in here. These are a number of rejections here. So you're always looking for rejections. Look for rejection. This is what I call rejection zone, rejection avenue. Because everybody on here is rejecting. This is rejection out here. See, and look what's happening. What's happening now? What's going on here? Let's see this right here. See what is he doing? See that? See this dude right here? Look at this dude right here. What's this dude doing right now?
You breaking below the bottom.
Yeah. So yeah. So this is called break of. This is something different. See, this is called break of structure. Look what he's doing. He ain't supposed to be doing that. Break a structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's breaking he's passing the support zone, right? Look at that. So how far are you gonna go down, man? Look at that. See that? So your entry would have been right here. Boom, right here. Boom. Or up here. Here or here. Boom, right there. Rejection right there, right? Or you would have came in and got in here. Right here. Rejection. This is rejection avenue right here, right? Rejection avenue right here. Boom, right there, right? That's rejection right there. Rejection of what EMA.
That's the 200.
Exactly. And since the rejection 200 sells, man. Sells all day, every day. Sells. Right here. Boom. And below trend line, you could have got in right here. Go ahead.
And would that be vice versa for uptrend?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So whatever's opposite, you go over here. This would have been an entry right here. This is a trend line bounce right here. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Rejection right here. That's entry. And this entry right here. Right here. See that entry right there? Boom. Trend line bounce. These are called trend line bounce right here. This right here is called trend line bounce. This right here. Trend line bounce. Really, not really a bounce. Trend line rejection. Because the bounce is when it goes to the top. I mean, you call that. It's a trend line rejection. Right there. So these are entries. Entry. These are all entries right here. You could enter. You can enter right here. This is entry. All day, every day, entry. Right here, entry. Boom. Or you could do an entry over here. Right here, entry right there. Right on the trend line bounce, boom. And this is another entry over here. This entry right here could have been an entry right here. This one right here. Entry at a rejection avenue. See? Those are the best entries. You could enter here too. Here or here. See? So they gave you a whole bunch of entries right there too. Here, boom, right there. Downtrend, see? Now you see what's happening. It's so if you'd have got in here, you'd have held the trade. You'd have held the trade. You could have got in here, 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 or here. And you'd hold this trade because now what this is another entry right here. See, right here, another entry. You see,
Yeah, cross.
right, cross, right. You got multiple crosses. What a cross is that? Oh, you got a cross right here. Look at the cross right there. Cross right here. Look at boom. And you got another one over here. Right here. So you wait for cross, wait for pullback, cross comes down here. It hits rejection avenue, comes back, hits rejection avenue here, right? Pulls back. You kind of wait a little bit, pulls back, and boom, hit this down here. This would have been this could have traded here, but this is just a pullback to this 200, and then this would have been the entry here. I would have entered here. That's a small little. That's a small scalp. This has been the ultimate entry right here, not here, not here. You could have entered here, but look at this pull back, and then boom, you get it to trade. So you had one. So how many entries you had? If you was really sniper and you was looking at this entry, you could have got it here. But you'd have mad skills. So you got mad skills here. So look how many trades, look what they gave you. Gold, it's wild as hell. Gold is wild. Look at 450 in the afternoon. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And look what it's doing. Look what it's doing. Look what he's doing right now. You see what he's doing? Look at my man. My man is still working. He's still going down, right? But I gotta move my arrow over here. Look at this guy. See that? So now I gotta make another floor, right? Another floor, right? Because this floor don't matter no more, right? He broke. Oh, this is breaking structure right. This is breaking structure right here. So now I gotta come down over here now, right? And make a new floor, right? That floor is no longer there. I gotta make a new floor, right? Because this was the old floor. See, this is the old floor. This was the old floor here, right? This is old. And this don't work no more. I mean, it's still a good level, but it's old, right? Old. And look what my man doing now. Look what he's doing. He tripping now. Look at this dude here. I can't even type it in real quick before I actually what's happening. Look at this. Look what he's doing. I gotta come down more. Look at this, right? Come on, man. I gotta make a new floor. This dude's over here chilling. So now I gotta come down and make a new floor down here. Look at this. See that? And look, he's still moving, right? Look at this guy moving. Look at the cat. The cat's still moving, right? So I got a new floor. Oh, new floor. Look at this. So let's see if he chills, man. He needs to chill for a second so I can draw my lines, man. Like, damn. New support floor, right? Look at this. Hold on. N-E. Nope. E-W. Look at that new support floor. Okay. And now he's respecting it, right? He's not coming back down, right? Now he respecting my floor now. See that? So now I can chill for a second. I remember he was coming down here. He broke my structure, man. He put a hole in the floor. See that? There's a hole in the floor right here, man. He broke my structure right here. Look at this. See how it came through the floor and came all the way down here? Now he's chilling. Now, is he going to stay there? We don't know. I don't know. So now what now we just wait. But you see, if you got in here, you'd have stayed in here. It broke the floor. And now what it's doing? See now what it's doing. See what it's doing now? It's rejecting the floor. See that? Now I come in and rejection avenue. Now we got some. Now we're chilling now. See? Now it's rejecting the floor. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's kind of he's playing around. See, it's playing around a little bit. See, it's jumping around like a hot potato. You see that? See, he's playing around. See, look at him. I mean, he gonna make me draw a new floor. I'm gonna put a floor right here, right there. Boom. See what the dude does. I got another minute to go. See what he do. What he do? Oh, look at this one. Look at this dude. See, we're playing around, man. Come on, man. What's going on? Oh, well, damn. Look at him. Oh, damn. See, now he breaking my floor now. Look at this. See what he's doing? Oh, he playing around now. See? Oh, he went back up. Look at him now. Look at this guy. See? See, playing around, man. Okay.
Jumping all over the place.
Oh, jumping all over the place, right? But look over here. Look over this. Look at this guy. See, I'm good because I have faith. Look at this. Rejection avenue. See that? Look at that. Rejection over here. Boom. New support floor. Boom. Look at that. See? He jumping all over the place. He don't even know what the hell he want to do. See? Boom. Look at that. He don't know what the hell he want to do. Look at that. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hold on to it. But best believe if we traded right this, we've been right here. Boom. We've been straight. We've been chilling. So we wait. 6 seconds left, right? 5, 4, 3. Let's see who comes up next. Where the next one to go open up? Let's see. We're gonna move him here right quick. Boom. Oh, he opened up here. Got a red candle. So what he gonna do? 5 minute time for the C. Let's see what do we're gonna do. But you see what I'm doing, all right? This is what we need to do when we trading. All this analysis, all this breakdown. Because you're trying to find out when do I get out? If you got in here, you hold the trade. You hold it because there's no reason for me to get out. There's support level here, but there's no reason for me to get out. See, where's my exit? I don't know where the exit's at yet. Exit's coming soon. I would hold this trade. You hold it because there's no reason to get out. If you got in here, you hold the trade. You see. But we know that we're close to getting out. Head here, you could get out here if you wanted to. We would be mad with you if you get out here. If you get out here, if you exit, you're okay. You see. But there's no reason to exit because you can still stay in this trade. You see. But if it keeps rejecting off this, if it keeps hitting rejection avenue, then you may want to exit because it's down here it's way oversold. See that?
Yeah.
This is the RSI. So when it comes down here, you get a little B. So that means you better be ready to get out. At this point, I would probably get out. But you don't have to. You can play around with it. But by that time, you're done. You know, you've got your pips. And if you was really sniper, you would have got in up here someplace. You see. Remember, how many entries you got? If you got in here, you would have got in here to here. If you got in here to here. And remember, you trading zone to zone. So if you got in here, boom, you would have had almost 1,200 pips. You would have got out. Okay, so you here to here, right? That's 311 pips. So if you was to trade from here to here, that's 600. That's 700 pips. Or let's say, you know what? Well, Jay, I got in here, man. Well, then boom, you still got 400 pips, 350 pips. Oh no, actually, no, hold on, man. That's not even all the way down here. That's 400. That's 500 pips. From here to here is 1,000 pips. So you're straight. You see what the candle's doing? It's doing some funky stuff. You see, right here. So I come here and draw a little ellipse, see, and see what's going on. But this is my exit right here. This is exit. You see, I'm getting out here. I'm getting out. This is where I would have got out. I would have got out here because I'm done. Remember, scalping is in and out. This is 450 all the way to, this is 12 hours. That's a day, right? Half day. 450 to almost 4. That's 12 hours. So it's 4 in the afternoon to 4. So you're done. Not many people would trade 12 hours on gold. Just that doesn't happen. But I'm saying, but I'm giving you, you can see that. You see. And see what is it doing now? It's starting to retrace. You see, so I got a little green candle, so it's starting to go. It started to retrace because why? Because price action tells me that I'm at a rejection avenue. See that? And this is a double bottom. You see. So anyway, that's what I got for you for tonight. I got this recorded. I'm probably gonna send it to the thing. But any questions you got? Anything? Any comments? Any questions? Any? Any eye-opening things?
I
Anything you see there?
appreciate it though.
Does that make a little sense for you? A little bit?
Yeah, it make a lot of sense, man. You put it a real nice way,
Okay. All right.
real understandable.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump off here, Dutch. I'm going to put the video in the chat. But thanks for hanging out, man, and we'll do some more later. If you got any questions, man, you're in the chat, right?
Yep.
All right, throw some questions in the chat, man, for me and Tips or whoever else, and then go from there, man. But all trying to get this bread, man.
All right, appreciate it, man.
You got it, man. Take it easy, man.
You too.
Peace.